Prince Harry and Meghan's high-stakes interview has triggered a response from Buckingham Palace. Tina Krause is in London with more on what's being called the biggest crisis in the British monarchy in decades.
Britain's royal family is speaking out about Prince Harry and Meghan's struggles. Buckingham Palace says the whole family is saddened to learn the full extent of how challenging the last few years have been for Harry and Meghan. The monarchy also addressed claims of racism after the couple told Oprah someone in the royal family was concerned what color their baby's skin would be when it was born. The palace said the issues raised, particularly that of race, are concerning. While some recollections may vary, they are taken very seriously and will be addressed by the family privately.
The whole royal family fall under suspicion in terms of the race issue. But there's no doubt that's a very serious allegation and something that Buckingham Palace will want to take extremely seriously.
That control and the fear.
Prince Harry and Meghan's interview with Oprah has stirred up a backlash in Britain. On the street.
She's having a pop at my country, and I don't like that.
And on TV.
You continue to trash her.
OK, I'm done with this.
No.
Journalist Piers Morgan walked off the set during a heated debate about the royals.
Sir, can I ask, what did you think of the interview?
Earlier Tuesday, Prince Charles ignored questions from reporters. But the royal statement made it clear Harry, Meghan and Archie will always be much-loved family members. Tina Krause, CBS News, London.
And Piers Morgan announced he's leaving Good Morning Britain following his on-air outburst. More than 17 million people tuned in for the two-hour CBS special Oprah with Meghan and Harry. According to Nielsen, it is the largest primetime audience for any entertainment special this year. The interview was also CBS's most live-streamed event outside of the NFL and Super Bowl Sunday. Oprah with Meghan and Harry is available to watch on the CBS app and CBS.com.